All right, let's get right into it. We're breaking down the new UHNW Market Intelligence Report for Q4 2025, put together by Dan Reddish over at AI Wealth Partners. And the big message here is pretty clear. The game has completely changed. If you're a wealth manager, the playbook you were using even just a year ago, it's pretty much obsolete now. We're going to walk through exactly why. So first, let's just set the stage. The market for ultra-high net worth clients just blew past a milestone that has huge implications for every single advisor out there. For the very first time in history, the global population of ultra-high net worth individuals, we're talking those with over $30 million, has crossed 500,000. Just let that sink in. We saw a 5.4% jump in just the first half of 2025. The pool of potential clients has literally never been this deep. And that group? Well, they now control nearly $60 trillion in net worth. To put that into perspective, that is double the annual GDP of the entire United States. The scale is just staggering. So yes, the opportunity is absolutely historic. But the report makes it really clear that this growth is creating a new, way more complex landscape. There are three powerful forces: geographic, demographic, and relational, that are creating a whole new set of risks you've got to navigate. Let's start with the first complication: geography. The engines that are creating all this wealth, they're not just moving, they are speeding up in completely new directions. You know, the way wealth is being minted, especially in tech, has just fundamentally flipped. The UHNW Market Intelligence Report shows that M&A now accounts for a mind-boggling 90% of tech exits. Why? Well, strategic buyers are just snapping up innovation faster than ever. We're seeing AI companies exiting for an average of $121 million in just 8 years. That classic IPO path, that's now just 1 or 2% of the act. And you can see exactly where that new wealth is starting to pool. Asia is officially the fastest growing region. And Hong Kong's rebound? It's remarkable. The report shows a 22.9% growth in its wealthy population in just 6 months, all driven by new capital pouring in. That's a stunning turnaround. And hey, it's not just Hong Kong. This rebalancing is profound. 4 of the world's top 10 fastest-growing UHNW cities are now in India. The global map of wealth is literally being redrawn as we speak. Okay, on to this second complication, which the report calls the generational earthquake. And listen, this is not some future event you can just plan for down the road. The largest wealth transfer in human history is happening right now, and the scale of it is almost impossible to wrap your head around. According to the UHNW Market Intelligence Report, an estimated $90 trillion is set to be transferred between generations, just in the United States alone, by 2045. No, that is not a typo. 90 trillion. And this chart from the report just lays out exactly what that transfer means for who's in control. Right now, baby boomers hold 2/3 of UHNW wealth. By 2040, that's going to shrink to just 20%. Now, look at Gen X. Their share is set to nearly double, putting them in control of almost half of all UHNW wealth. This is a seismic shift in who your client is actually going to be. So this brings us to the absolute money question the report poses for every single wealth manager. Will engaging the next generation now, when they're in their late 20s and early 30s, win you the relationship later? The battle for these future clients isn't starting in 10 years. It's being won and lost as we speak. All right, now for the third, and honestly, maybe the most urgent complication: the relationship itself. The data in this report uncovers a really dangerous gap between what advisors think their clients are feeling and what's actually going on. It's kind of an uncomfortable question, right? But the report really forces us to ask it, because it turns out what we think is happening in our client relationships and what our clients are truly feeling might be two very, very different things. So the report surveyed advisors, and they believe that nearly 80% of their ultra-high net worth clients are highly satisfied. 78%. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? But here's the reality check. This number from the report, it really stopped me. Only 52% of UHNW clients actually say they're satisfied. That's a massive 26-point perception gap. It means that almost half of your clients are, at best, just kind of content. And at worst, they might be actively looking for the exit. So what's driving this disconnect? The report is really clear on this. It's not about investment returns. It's about service failures. Clients are leaving because of things like a lack of personalization, reactive communication instead of proactive outreach, and using outdated tech. They want a true strategic partner, not just a money manager. Okay, so you're facing these geographic, demographic, and relationship earthquakes. What do you actually do about it? Well, the UHNW Market Intelligence Report doesn't just point out the problems, it gives us a clear three-part playbook for how to actually win in this new environment. The playbook boils down to three strategic moves. First, adopt hybrid service models. Go after that underserved $10 to $50 million segment with family office services. They want more than what you're offering, but they can't afford a full single-family office. Second, master multi-jurisdictional strategy. With huge shifts like the UK getting rid of its non-dom tax status, clients urgently need sophisticated advice on geography and tax. And third, and this is the big one, build that next-gen relationship now. Don't wait. Create real education and mentorship programs for inheritors in that 26 to 40 age range. This is how you build the deep trust that secures your slice of that $90 trillion pie. So that's the bottom line from the UHNW Market Intelligence Report. The entire landscape is shifting faster than ever. The opportunity is absolutely immense, but it's only for those who are willing to adapt their playbook for these new realities. The question the report really leaves us with is a simple one. The map of wealth is being redrawn. So where are you and your firm going to stand?